Yeah, my name's Joanne McBoyle, and at the moment I'm doing an MSc in forensic psychology. Well, the research that we conducted was to look at whether or not having passengers in a car makes teenagers behave in a more risky manner, and we also looked at the personality style, callous and emotional traits to see whether that affected the amount of risky driving behaviour as well. Well, what we did was we got some college students from Preston and Burnley. We got them into groups of 3 friends together. We then split them into 2 conditions. We had an individual condition where they took part in it all on their own, and then we had a group condition where they took part in it together to see the influence of their friends on them. And they completed a couple of questionnaires so we could see their levels of callous and emotional traits, and they also did a stoplight driving task which measured the amount of risky driving they were doing. Well, it was quite unexpected actually. We were expecting that the people who had high callous and emotional traits, when they were with a group of friends, would actually engage in more risky driving behaviour. But what we found was that they actually, when they were on their own, it was a higher level of risky driving behaviour than when they were with their friends. So, I mean, we could interpret that in 2 ways. We can either say that the high callous people prefer to do their risky behaviour, their antisocial behaviour when they're on their own, or we could say that the people they were with influenced them positively to behave in a less risky manner. Well, this was just sort of the start of the project. We only actually got 42 people, but we're intending to go on and get another, we want 600 people altogether. And it's quite a current issue at the moment. It's been in the news about whether or not we should have a graduated licence for younger people who've just passed the test, 17 to 19-year-olds. And what they're thinking about doing is introducing a graduated licence, which means they can't have passengers who are the same age as them in the car, and also that they can't drive at night. And I think it's a bunch of researchers down in Cardiff University, and they've said they could potentially save 200 lives a year by doing that. So this is very current and relevant research. It's kind of, when you're a student and you do research, you kind of have a very narrow sort of focused only on certain, doing things in a rigid way. But when you do real life research, you find that actually things don't work out like that. You can be a lot more flexible, and it's not about doing this, but you have to be less rigid. So it gives you a wider view of what real life research is actually like compared to just when you're a student and you're just very narrowly focused. I think it will, yes, because I'd like to work in the prison service doing treatment and rehabilitation with offenders, risk assessment, but I'd also like to conduct research of my own. So having this, it's a very good grounding for going on and doing other research, because as I say, it is different doing research in real life compared to doing it as a student, and this just sort of gives you a taste of what you can expect. I have, yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, and I hope to carry on with this project as well, so I'm going to be sort of helping out later on in the year as well to collect the 600 people.